Hello, Heidi. How you doing today?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I know last time I spoke with you, you had some concerns about your level of anxiety.
Yeah, my anxiety has been really high lately. I just feel like I can't, everything's kind of chaotic and I can't get anything in order and just, it's overwhelming.
The anxiety is overwhelming?
Yes.
Do you know what you're feeling anxious about? What you're thinking about?
The upcoming college semester, I'm taking some really tough classes, kind of more advanced in my degree, and I'm just really nervous about passing them, and I don't know if I can handle it.
All right, so some concerns around the difficulty and the process of taking these classes.
Yeah.
Is leading to some anxiety. And the thoughts would be you're not sure if you can handle it.
Yeah, not sure if I can pass, and if I don't pass, then am I going to have to repeat the semester, and just kind of just on and on.
So one worry kind of builds on top of another.
Yeah, for sure.
Is that how that cycle works for you? Do you start worrying about something kind of at a low level and then it tends to ramp up?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Generally speaking, yeah.
So maybe if there were techniques we could use to try to intercept that anxiety earlier, would that be helpful?
I think that'd be really helpful. I think if I could catch it earlier, I'd be able to control it a bit better.
All right. I want to work on, there's a few areas we can look at, but I want to work on kind of grounding. So when you feel that anxiety starting to kind of build up, and maybe at that point you kind of know it's going to spiral a little, or likely going to spiral a little and start building. This would be a series of exercises that could help you kind of become centered and grounded, and I would hope alleviate or kind of cut off that anxiety process.
That sounds great, because I mean, just sitting here thinking about it is making me anxious. So.
All right. So even right here with me, as you think about the classes,
yeah,
you have feelings of anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So let's work with that. So first, I'd like you to think about. I want to stay in here and now. Right. So we're going to move our focus to like right here, right now, as you're sitting here with me, and you can feel that anxiety inside of you, right?
Yes.
So we think about anxiety, and we have feelings about anxiety. We have sensations about anxiety. Right? I want to focus on the sensations. So what it feels like in your body to be anxious.
Okay.
And if it helps to kind of list these feelings off, kind of start high, like with your head, and then just kind of move down. And tell me what you're feeling in your body as you also feel that anxiety.
Okay. My head definitely hurts, like a little behind my eyes.
A little bit of a headache?
Yeah.
All right.
My neck definitely hurts, like almost like I slept wrong, like it's like really tight. My stomach is definitely like, feels like it's in a knot, kind of nauseous. My heart's beating a little faster.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm breathing a little heavier too.
All right.
Feel kind of like jittery, almost like I just want to move,
Like fidgety?
Yeah, fidgety, that's a good word for it. Like I can't relax. Kind of just tense from like head to toe almost. Like,
So your whole body's tense.
yeah.
So these, so kind of be aware in this moment, these sensations, as you're explaining them to me. Is this what happens each time the anxiety starts to build?
Yeah, I would say it generally starts with the neck feeling kind of tense, and then the headache, and then it just kind of.
And your stomach.
Then my stomach, and then my heart starts racing. And
all right, so you're familiar with these feelings you've been describing.
oh yeah.
Have you ever been this aware of them before?
I don't don't think so. I don't think I've taken, I mean, the neck probably I've been aware of just because it hurts, but I don't think I've been aware of them as much as I am right now.
All right. So staying in that kind of moment of awareness. All right, let's try building on this exercise to keep you grounded. One thing that sometimes helps when the anxiety is starting, like it is for you right now, like you're starting to feel it and you can list off what's going on, is, and this is an effort to stay centered, is looking around the room, like this room that we're in here, and taking an inventory of the items. It's going to help focus your mind on something different, but also you're recognizing the environment and effort to become or stay centered, right? Become grounded. So take a look around this room and let me know what you see.
The picture,
Mm-hmm.
the flowers, chairs, table,
Mm-hmm.
lamp, the leaves on the flowers,
Okay.
table.
All right. So what did it feel like to name and recognize everything, to take an inventory of your environment here?
It really helped. I felt my heart rate slowing down just to get focused on something else, I guess.
So it seems to have maybe slowed things down for you?
Yeah, definitely.
So if one of the factors that contributes to the anxiety escalating is an inability to slow down, maybe this exercise will help you stay centered, focus on the environment, and just reduce the speed at which the anxiety builds and maybe short-circuit it.
Yeah, I think that really helped because get those racing thoughts of one thing after kind of one worry leading to another, and I think doing something like this to kind of focus on the environment around me would really help to slow those racing thoughts.
Now you have racing thoughts, and you mentioned you had thoughts of like that you would not be successful in the classes.
Yeah.
And in cognitive therapy, we have this self-talk. We talked about this before. These are this is what you say to yourself to counter those automatic thoughts.
Yeah.
So what could you say to yourself as you're looking around the room and counting?
I've taken classes similar to these in the past, and I've done well in them. I've always been a good student, so there's no reason to think that I wouldn't do well in these classes. That if I am struggling, I can always get a tutor or ask the professor for help, and there's resources out there for me. That I'm not alone. There's other classmates that I can lean on as well. And I mean, I think the biggest one would just be I've been successful thus far in my undergrad career, and there's no reason to think that success would stop now.
So logically, you could understand that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You can understand you have resources. You've been successful before.
Mm-hmm.
The most likely outcome is you'll be successful.
Yeah.
So those are good adaptive responses, self-talk, that you can apply. And as you're counting, as you're looking and taking inventory, right, try to also be aware. So that's kind of a cognitive process as you can apply the self-talk. But try to be aware of your body, right? And just like the things you mentioned to me that you felt, try to be aware as it hopefully changes, as your feelings become less uncomfortable as you take that inventory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Maybe a focus on, I need to slow down. Let me take a look around here. Let me try to get grounded. Be more aware of your breathing.
Yeah.
Right? You mentioned that breathing was one of the things you were
Yeah.
aware of. Right. So maybe that can all contribute, work together to slow things down and to focus more on the most logical outcome, which is you'll probably do okay in these classes, right? And the anxiety really is working against that.
Yeah, definitely. I get so distracted by the thoughts that I'm not going to do well that it's hard to focus on the homework and the reading that needs to be done for the class.
So maybe this grounding exercise is something you could apply before doing homework as well.
Yeah.
Right? Just try to slow things down. Be aware of your breathing. Be aware of what you feel in your body. Be aware of your environment. And when you can relax a bit, start work on your homework.
I think that'd be a great idea. I think that'd be really helpful.
Well, let's start with that. So I'll see you again in about a week. During this week, I'm sure you'll have some assignments due or things to work on, right? So why don't you take a few of those and whether you're anxious going into them or not, do this grounding exercise with all its different components first before starting the homework, and then move into the homework after you feel a bit more in control and present and relaxed.
I can definitely do that.
And let me know how that goes, and I'll see you in a week.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Heidi.